everybody. Today is Sunday, August 8th, and I decided to do a weekend stock market analysis. And instead of looking at the daily chart like I used to, I wanted to do a more macro level, which is the weekly chart. So we're going to kick this off with SPY. Here's SPY, the weekly chart of SPY. As you can see, price action is above all our moving averages. The 5-day, 13-day, 20, 50-day, and the 200-day is all the way down here around 310. So those are the 5 moving averages that I like to use. And as you can see, it's looking very bullish. We still got this resistant level right here that SPY has yet to have broke. So which means there's an area of liquidity, a very strong area of liquidity right up there, which I will add for you. Now this is just a guess. It could be more, it could be less, but this is just a guess where potential clusters of stop losses would be accumulating right there for those who are shorting this market, this very strong bull market. Okay, now I don't like to short bull markets because, as you can see, more often than not, SPY just continues to creep up, to melt up, especially bounces off the 5-day moving average. It might drop a little below the 5-day moving average, but it usually heads back up more often than not. We have occasional dips from the 13-day moving average as well as the 20-day moving average. And the last time we had a dip from the 50-day moving average was back in June of 2020. That was a little more than a year ago. Okay, so what do we have here today? Well, we have SPY continuing to bounce off our 5-day moving average. Now, if you look at the history, that's a very good move, very bullish move. We are in a strong bull market, so we'll see if it continue to hold. I got this white line here. This is a critical support level. All right. If you take a look, we had 2 bounces right here. 1, 2 from the previous week in the last week of July to the beginning week of August. Okay, so that would be 435.76 potential double bottom. Oh, sorry. With an area of liquidity possibly building up right underneath there. Okay, so we'll definitely be looking to see if that level will continue to hold into head into this week that's coming up. And keep in mind, all these Bollinger Bands and moving averages will be moving up. So right now we have the 5-day moving average, the 5-week moving average. So since this is a weekly chart, this is the 5-week moving average, and it's at 436.56, which means it should go up a little higher. Okay, so critical support level for me this week will be around 437.60 to the 438 level. Okay, so if you see SPY dropping below 438 and it's struggling and failing to get back above, that's a sign that we are heading lower, back down to the 427 level and possibly even the 421 level, which is where our next moving averages are. Okay, so watch these levels carefully. Okay, if SPY continues to stay above 438, then I will continue to be bullish and I will continue to look for buying opportunities. Okay, but if it cannot stay above 437.60, 438 level, and it's staying closing below multiple days, it's a sign we're heading to these levels. Okay, but until then, I'm going to remain bullish. If you're going to short this market, which I don't recommend, but if you're going to, look to short where you believe market makers would short this or would try to manipulate us retail traders. So you got this strong resistant level that's been building up here since April. Okay, so that's a long time that the market maker's been building up these areas of liquidity up here. Okay, so if you're going to short, look for SPY to get into these levels around the 449 to 445 range. Those are good shorting areas, and even then I still don't recommend to short it, but entirely up to you. I will be looking for these support levels to hold, and these are the levels that I will be looking to scale in. Okay, so 437.60 will be a critical support level, followed by 428, and then 420, I'd say 422.50. Okay, those are critical support levels that I'll be watching. All right, until then, I will continue to be bullish. All right, I am expecting some type of pullback. I'm not sure if it'll be a big pullback, but I will be expecting a pullback this week, and we'll see what happens. And this is a weekly chart of the VIX. As you can see, the VIX is trading below all our moving averages, which is very bearish. And a bearish VIX is very good for the SPY. Will be very bullish for the SPY. All right. Moving on to triple Q. Here's the weekly chart of triple Q, and just like SPY is trading above all our moving averages. You see, we got some dips below the moving averages, but it bounced right back up as it likes to do in a strong bull market. You can see it happens more often than not. Okay. So where is the moving average? It's currently at 363.89. But, you know, like I said, it'll creep up a little higher this week in the start of a new week. So critical support level is 364. And then we have a 349 critical support level. And I'd say a 343.50. Okay, so those are the levels we want to watch. All right. If it closes below 343.50, which is the 20-day moving average, and it fails to get back above, then that's very bearish for triple Q. Okay, but right now we're not seeing any signs of why we should stop betting to the downside just yet. Okay, if anything, this is still a buy the dip market. Okay, so I'm still bullish on the triple Q, not seeing anything bearish just yet. Remember these levels. Okay, we got 364 critical support level, 349 and 343.50. Okay, those are very critical support levels that we need to watch. Okay, moving on to ARKK. I've been bullish on ARKK. Here is a weekly chart, and even on the weekly chart you see the Bollinger Band, including the moving averages squeezing. Okay, so there's a big move coming for ARKK. ARKK is not done yet. Now, of course, in these situations you can't really tell if it'll go up, if it'll go down, but I am bullish on it. I have a 142 price target. Okay, I explained last week with the with the Elliott wave. I believe we're heading on the fifth wave, on the way up to 142. Okay, we had this wave 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're on to the fifth one. We finished the ABC correction over here, as you can see. All right. However, besides Elliott wave, if I move these moving averages and I take out the Elliott wave, you can see an inverse head and shoulder forming. Okay, we got the shoulder right here. This is the left shoulder. Obviously, this is the right shoulder, and this is the head. And what we want to see is a break over the neckline of this pattern. Okay, so the neckline is around 131.86. Okay, so a break over 131.86 would be very, very bullish for ARKK, obviously, and it will definitely send us to 142. But looking at this chart, it's possible that ARKK goes even higher than 142 and head back to all-time high, which was at 150. Was that 159, 160 range. Okay, so keep an eye out for that. If you're not sure when to enter, you can wait for that scenario to play out. It could take some time. This is a weekly chart. ARKK over 131.86, very bullish. You can look to enter if it meets that criteria and ride it up to back to all-time high, possibly even to new all-time highs, because, you know, we get the high, we get the low, we get the higher high, we got the higher low. So what comes next? Potentially a higher high. Okay, so I'm bullish on triple Q, bullish on SPY still, and of course I'm bullish on ARKK for this coming week. All right, now the levels that I want you to watch for ARKK. Okay, let's see. So we got all these moving averages. So we got the 5-day right there. That's at 121.52. So definitely watch that level if ARKK can stay above 121.52. And then some critical levels would be around the 118, 117 range. Okay, so ARKK below 117, according to this weekly chart, is very bearish, and it would cancel out the inverse head and shoulder. Okay, so what we need to see is ARKK continue to stay above all the moving averages and get above this purple line, which is at 131.86. That's the neckline. Above that is extremely, extremely bullish. Okay, so right now We have RK above all the moving averages on the weekly chart. We have a couple of strong bounces here. Chart's looking good, guys. Good time to enter, in my opinion. Okay, so that's our indices. Moving on to Bitcoin. This is a weekly chart of Bitcoin. Okay, guys, I've been saying to you guys for months that it was following the wick off, that we should buy, that Bitcoin, all the whales are buying. If you watched my previous video, I've been bullish on Bitcoin while most were fearful. But that was on the daily chart. Now we're looking at the weekly chart. A lot of people were afraid of entering because they was talking about some type of head and shoulder pattern. Got the shoulder here, the head here. This was supposed to be the potential right shoulder, but as you can see, it did not happen. Sorry, bears. Yeah, if you guys missed out on this big juicy move. Okay, but right now we got Bitcoin trading above all our moving averages. It's above our 20, 13, 550, and 200. That is extremely bullish, guys. And it's not even, it's just starting to break out over the 20 days. So I want to see it close, okay? The 20 day is currently at 43.8. So we want to see it close. Bitcoin can close over 43.8. That's very bullish. All right. So don't, if the people telling you, oh, Bitcoin's bear, this is a bull trap. It could be a bull trap, but look at the bigger picture, guys. It's looking like this is a bull trend. Got the high, the low, the high, and this is looking like a higher low. All right. So what comes next? All-time highs and possibly new all-time highs. Okay. All right. So we need Bitcoin to hold above 43.8K. As long as it does that, I am bullish on Bitcoin. This is a buy the dip market. Let's get rich. All right, guys. So that's my plan for this upcoming week. I'm bullish on all the markets on the whole market unless it breaks one of my critical support levels. If you guys need to be reminded on what my critical support levels are, please rewind the video and watch my video one more time, okay? Other than that, bottom line, I'm bullish on everything until proven otherwise. Buy the dip, guys. Don't buy the tip. I hope this was able to help you guys stay calm in this crazy market. Good luck this coming week. Beat this market. And I'll see you all soon.